Hello, Sanford. You are listening to Sanford Sports Radio. I am Jonathan West, and welcome, folks, as we get ready for the final game of the regular season. As your Sanford College Coyotes are 7-4, rolling in to the final game of the season. It's senior day this week. It's a big day for a lot of names here on this roster. You've got Tracy Weaver, the kicker. You've got Deontay McPherson, the free safety who has played phenomenal in his career here in Sanford. Trey Galloway will be graduating after this season. There are a couple big names this team's going to be losing this season, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Sanford, really, to kind of take losing some of these guys. Luckily, we've seen the play of Jason Turner, who will be moving over to that free safety spot next season, I'm sure. Or possibly Pat Riley if he impresses enough during camp. We'll see exactly who takes over free safety. But Deontay, well, he'll be missed definitely. But it's not talking about just seniors. It's talking about a big game in what is expected to be a lot of snow against Western Michigan. Now, let's talk recruiting before we get into a little bit more talk about this week's game. Casey Trevor still hasn't made up his mind. It is a battle between Boston College and Sanford. Devin Neal not really looking the way of Sanford right now. He really doesn't even want to talk to the school. Kurt Brigham having a tough time deciding as well. But there are some names to keep in mind. Word is Dustin Jordan is starting to hear from Tennessee. However, Tennessee is running out of scholarships to give out. Keep that in mind, folks. They may not have a chance to get the big corner in Dustin Jordan. Tyrese Baker, another name to keep in mind. It looks like he will be making his way to Sanford for the most part. We'll see. A couple new names now to watch. Joe Nash at corner. Alvin Robinson and Aaron Young, the punter. Coach Wolf wants to get a punter in here to redshirt a year to just give him some more experience. It's a good idea, personally. We'll see if it works out in the long run if Young wants to come here. Now let's talk a bit about this week's game. Yes, it's senior day. A lot of pride goes into a lot of the seniors that will be graduating here. A couple of big playmakers we're going to lose this coming graduating season. Thing to keep in mind, though, big time here, is this team is playing at a level we haven't seen. They're 7-4. They are riding high on a 6-game win streak. Tanner Patrick unbeaten. A lot of things on the line here, and they're not taking on just any quarterback. I talked about it. They're taking on Tom Flacco. Yes, he may not be his brother Joe. He may not be an NFL caliber quarterback just yet. But they're taking on a guy who may know a little more than what we think. He may show a little more than what we're anticipating this week. Not to mention the elements are seemingly going to play a factor, as from all weather reports, we're going to have a flurry of snow coming in. So it's going to be fun to see how that weather affects the ball game. Always fun to see the elements come into play here at Sanford. But this team has to play hard this week, not only for the fans that will be in attendance at the Den, but for the seniors on this team that will be leaving us. Tracy Weaver, I actually got to talk to him and asked him about how it feels that he'll be going into his last game at the Den, and Weaver said all he can hope for is that he gets to make a couple kicks this week. And he's going to have a lot of family there this week for his last game, so I hope him the best. I hope that he can get at least 1 or 2 kicks in this week. Same thing for McPherson. His family's going to be here as well. Hopefully he can make some big plays. As we will see you folks this weekend as the Coyotes take on Western Michigan, what is bound to be a snowstorm. Hello, Sanford. You are listening to Sanford Sports Radio. I am Jonathan West, and, well, it is time to get going. We are here in the Den. It is hashtag defend the Den as always when we're here at home. And it is coming down, folks. It is a winter wonderland right now. So much snow. And it's a huge day. I even forgot to talk about what's at stake here possibly. So I'm sure a lot of fans are going to be keeping in mind the Miami of Ohio game. Because a win today is enormous. If they win and Miami of Ohio loses, they're headed to a MAC championship. If they win and so does Miami of Ohio, well, let the tiebreakers commence. It's senior day here today, folks, and it is going to be huge. Win and a possible MAC title game, win for the seniors, and well, win for the fans in the final home game of the season in the elements. It's going to be a fun one. It's always fun to see the snow coming down. We'll see if this team can get the job done and get a little bit of vengeance on Western Michigan from last year when they couldn't get the job done, as we are underway here. Tracy Weaver, the senior, kicks us away. As Phillips going to return this one, he's got a lot of room to work with. Look at the fight as he takes it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Great field position for Tom Flacco, the quarterback here at Western Michigan. Younger brother of NFL's Joe Flacco for the Baltimore Ravens. As he checks down there to Jarvion Franklin for a gain of nothing. As 2nd and 10, we'll see what Flacco can do if he has his brother's arm. And 2nd and 10, they go no huddle as Flacco connects with Franklin on a screen. And Franklin finds a lot of room this time. That's a big first down, getting to 17. This defense is going to have to play hard-nosed. They're going to have to play tough. And the seniors on this defense are going to have to lead. That's a big factor here. As a nice play there, Ernsberger somehow comes away with it, but a nice tackle to stop him for a loss of 1. At 2nd and 11, Flacco looks to throw. No, he's going to take off now, showing a little bit of athleticism. That's a gain of about 8 on that one. Snow going to play a big part here in this game, both in the passing and ground game. As Flacco looks to throw over the middle. That is incomplete. Just misses his man on the slant. 4th and 3, and this offense is going to stay out here. As the pitch goes out to Bogan, he'll take it around the left side. That's going to be a first down and more out at about the 20-yard line. As that is a 17-yard gain, and they have now entered the red zone. As the Broncos look to do some damage, Bogan the man in motion. Flacco looks to throw towards the sidelines, connects with Ernsberger. That's a gain of 5, as they're now just going to seemingly shorten their way there. And just continue to wear out the defense with this no huddle. As Flacco connects with Broschk. It's either Broschk or Broschke. That is a gain of 7. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that. We'll go Broschk. As 1st and goal, Flacco finds Jackson, and he'll be down at around the 1-yard line. Quentin Jackson with a 6-yard gain there. So down at the 1 here for 2nd and goal. They still go no huddle. Flacco in the shotgun. Hand off. Bogan up the gut. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And the Broncos draw first blood today in the snow. Is Western Michigan's going to pick up a big touchdown to start off, in Sanford now already behind the 8 ball. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes. Is Tanner Patrick on the run already? He sets his feet, throws deep, and that's Tremaine Dingle. What a throw! 49 yards already in the end zone. What a play. You want to talk about fireworks in the snow to start. Tanner Patrick rolls out, sets his feet, and just delivers a bomb to Tremaine Dingle. Amazing. Great way to start this ball game. As 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Claude Fleming. And I am taken aback now at how this game has begun for Sanford. 2nd and 10 now as Patrick looks to throw here out of the I form, as it was intended for Herb Fellows. Missed his intended target though, but I believe there was a little mistake there made by the secondary there that caused that incompletion. It's a 4-yard gain there by Claude Fleming. That'll bring out Tracy Weaver for a big kick. He makes his first one of the day. That's good to note. He said he wanted to make at least one kick today. Well, there we go in front of his friends and family. As 1st and 10, Flacco looks to throw, and he throws out of bounds, just chucks it away there. As 2nd and 10 now. Man in motion is Franklin as Flacco looks to throw. He can't connect with his intended target. I believe the elements had a little bit to play there with that drop. With 3rd and 10 now. Flacco finds his man this time. That is, let me try this one. Broersma. Something around that. A lot of crazy names here, apparently. As this one I've got, that one is Anton Curtis. 13-yard reception and a big 1st down there. At least there's some I can pronounce quite well as Flacco looks to throw again here on 1st and 10. And that's going to be another nice play for Franklin. Only a gain of 2, but it is a gain nonetheless. 2nd and 10 is Flacco. Looks to throw. Good coverage. As tossing it up, Franklin had some room, but that one goes out of bounds. Flash Gibson was the man in coverage. 3rd and 8. Flacco looks to throw. Connects with his intended target. Brazzera. As Brazzera gains 6. Not enough for the 1st, but they'll keep the offense out there. 4th and 2. As Flacco throws it up and Bogan keeps the feet in bounds. That's a big 1st down, a gain of 5. This offense knows how to keep things going. It's 1st and 10 for the Broncos as that's intercepted. Flash Gibson with some great coverage on that play. He covered the out route perfect as he kept just a little bit of space, and as soon as he saw that ball in his vicinity, goes up and puts those hands out to make that grab. 1st and 10 now for the Sanford as they go play action. That's just a short check down to Antoine Bradford. Gain of 1 on that one. They go now to the option on the ground as Patrick. Is he going to take off? Gets enough for the 1st. Big 1st down as he was able to slide there and save himself. 1st and 10 now. They go back to the ground. This time Claude Fleming. That'll be a gain of 5. Fleming now getting a chance to hopefully get a big day. He hasn't really had a ginormous day on the ground this year. It's Fleming taking a big shot there on 2nd down. That's a big hit. He only gains 2 yards, but he's going to be feeling that one tomorrow. As 3rd and 3 now, Patrick hands off to Fleming, and Fleming can't get it. He'll be dropped just short of the marker. It's 4th and 1, and the offense is still out there. Coach Wolf is risking it. Hands off to Bradford, and a big 1st down. 3 yards for the fullback. It's 1st and 10, and this will more than likely be the last play of the 1st quarter. Patrick just has to throw it away as he couldn't find anyone. That will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. It's a tight one, 7-3 early. Sanford down starting here as we'll see what they can do in the 2nd quarter. You're listening to Sanford Sports Radio. Welcome back, everyone, to Sanford Sports Radio. I am Jonathan West. It's 7-3 Western Michigan on top as Tanner Patrick goes down. Big sack for Nathan Brayster. As it is 3rd and 20 now because of that sack, but there's Herb Fellows. 28 yards and a big 1st down. The junior receiver with a big play there. He has had an unbelievable year. Nearly 1,000 yards. Absolutely phenomenal. As Patrick goes play action here again. Looking to set his feet, throws, and can't connect with Rob Thomas. That was a risky one. Nearly intercepted about twice there. 2nd and 10 as Patrick takes off on another option. And that's going to be enough for the 1st down. Gain of 13 for Patrick. He's been doing solid on the ground so far today. They go play action. No, it's flea flicker time, but Patrick gets taken down for the sack as that's going to be a fumble, luckily picked up by Sanford. So we'll see this one again. Well, I'll say it. I'm not at least seeing the replay here in the booth. There's a big sack there by Hermosa, and that's going to be a big, big, big issue there. They can't be going for those flashy plays if it's going to cause that. As they go to the screen here for Fleming, maybe just trying to get a little momentum back for Patrick, but a gain of nothing there. Fleming just gets back to the line. 3rd and 13 as Patrick looks to throw again. Checks it down to Arthur Clancy, who's in the ball game, and that's going to be a gain of 8. No first down here. Sanford going to have to settle for a Tracy Weaver field goal, and it is good. So the second of the day for Weaver. Nice to see here on senior day. At least he's getting the job done. 7-6 now as Western Michigan looks to go back to work. Flacco finds Brazzera. That's a 3-yard gain there. They continue the no-huddle offense, though, as 2nd and 7. Flacco looks to throw, checks down to Jarvion Franklin. Gain of 3 once again, brought down by Dante McPherson. As 3rd and 4 now. Flacco looks to throw. He's going to throw it up near the sideline, and it is caught. Broersma with another big catch. 1st and 10 here, though, for Flacco as he goes down, loses the football. It is recovered by Western Michigan, but Elliott Flowers gets a big, big sack there, as that is going to be the junior who picks up the big sack. He hasn't had a lot of sacks this season. We haven't really called his name in the past couple weeks. Big play there for the young man. 2nd and 25 now after the big sack. Flacco needs a big play. He's able to find Broersma for a 15-yard gain. As 3rd and 10 here. Flacco looks to throw. He's going to throw it up. And it's intercepted. Flash Gibson, the freshman, with another interception on the day. That is number 2 for Gibson. He is playing shutdown coverage here. This is absolutely amazing on the part of Flash Gibson. It's Tanner Patrick now. Looks to get things going for the offense. Nigel McTaggart now in the ballgame. A gain of 1 there. As 2nd and 9, Patrick setting up an end around here for Rob Thomas, as that's a 3-yard run for Thomas. That's surprising to see. Don't often see Thomas on plays like that. 3rd and 7 now. It's a much needed first down. Is over the middle, wide open was Fleming. He's got room to run. A nice block there from Thomas as Fleming, huge 50-yard reception, catch and run. What a play. They send the blitz, and that angle route across the middle just takes full advantage. And not to mention a great block there by Rob Thomas to keep Claude Fleming going. Now 1st and 10 after that big play. They go back to Fleming, this time on the ground. It's going to be a 3-yard gain. Not doing much on the ground, but through the air, Fleming's already had a solid day. 2nd and 7, they go back to the option. Patrick with room, and that's going to be enough once again for a Coyotes first down. As Sanford doing a good job when they need to with Tanner Patrick. Time starting to slow down here. Antoine Bradford, though, on the carry, and a big 15-yard gain. They went out of that full house package, gave it to the fullback, and 15 yards for Bradford. As 1st and goal here, Tanner Patrick trying to connect with Herb Fellows, but Fellows can't hang on. 2nd and goal here now for Sanford as McTaggart gets the pitch out left, but can't find any room. He'll actually lose 3 yards on that one. It's now 3rd and goal here. They're in the shotgun. Patrick looks to throw. He hooks up with Fellows this time, but he will be well short. Getting into that end zone, only a 7-yard gain. And the senior Tracy Weaver having a busy day. That is 3 first half field goals as Sanford takes the lead going into halftime, 9-7. We'll be back with the second half after this. You're listening to Sanford Sports Radio. Welcome to the second half, folks. As you are listening to Sanford Sports Radio, I am Jonathan West. Your score is currently Sanford 9, Western Michigan 7. As a big hit there on Tanner Patrick, he luckily was able to get the ball off. Second and 10 now. They go to the ground with Claude Fleming. Is Fleming able to gain 6 on that carry? So it'll be a decent day, 7 for 22. Not really the best day right now for Fleming, as Fellows with a nice catch there on third down. Big first down. Fellows was left for dead though there to get a big hit, but a big first down nonetheless. As Fleming gets a nice carry there, but he'll only gain 3 on it. Thought it would get more there. It looked like he had a chance, but he stumbled to start off. Second and 7, they go play action as Patrick checks down to Antoine Bradford, tries to spin, able to get off of one defender, gain 6, and that'll be close to enough for the first. Third and 1 here. They go back to Bradford, this time on the ground, and that's going to be a first down. So the fullback seeing a lot of things go his way here today. First and 10. Patrick throwing it out wide. That is Harrison Frazier. 16-yard reception. The man who had really the game-winning catch last week against Kent picks up a big first down here. First and 10 as they go back to the ground. Claude Fleming once again can only gain 3 yards on that carry. Averaging about 3 yards per carry so far today. As they now go to Nigel McTaggart, who checks in. Just gets back to the line, nothing going there. Third and 6 as they enter the pistol here. They'll go back to the option, but went to the well one too many times. Western Michigan was all over that one. Nathan Brayster all over it. That's going to be a big loss as another Tracy Weaver field goal is made. That is 4 today, folks. Tracy Weaver with his 4th field. Yes, I did my math right. 4 field goal today. As Flacco goes back to work, as that is incomplete. Caught out of bounds to start things off. Second and 10. Not much time left in the quarter as Sanford really took up a lot of time on that last drive. Watson, though, with a big catch there. So that's going to be a gain of 12 for Keyshawn Watson. Flacco looks to throw again. He's able to check it down to Bezra. I'm sorry about that. Couldn't find the name there. It's second and 7. Flacco with a man in motion. Second and 7. Flacco looks to throw, and down he goes. That is Deshaun Hollis. The freshman picks up another sack on the season. He came right through. No one stopping him. Third and 15 here, pistol formation. Flacco looks to throw, but he goes down. Another sack. This time it's Joe Irvin. The freshman combine here this time. Look at that. First it was Deshaun Hollis who gets one. His fellow freshman Joe Irvin comes in to make the big play. Trent and Shane Townsend, I almost called him his cousin Trent. Shane Townsend comes in to help out as well. Sanford takes back over now. 1 yard gain there on the option. Great field position here to start off. Patrick looks to throw, checks down to Fellows after the rollout. That's going to be a gain of 2. Third and 7 here. Shotgun formation. Play action. Patrick checks down to Duron Costello. Only a gain of 2, and that means they're going to have to punt this one back to Western Michigan. They do let the quarter end as it's 12-7. Sanford on top. Final quarter of play will be up after this. You are listening to the Sanford Sports Radio. Welcome back to the final quarter of play, folks. This is the Sanford Sports Radio. It's 7-12 Sanford on top as Anton Curtis with an 11-yard gain there and a big first down for Western Michigan. Flacco looking to throw again, I'm sure play action. And that's going to be another big pickup. That is Keyshawn Watson on that catch. 1st and 10, Flacco to throw. He connects with Watson again. That's going to be 7 yards this time as he's brought down by Trey McLaughlin. 2nd and 3 here as Flacco looks to throw. He's going to connect with Jarvion Franklin. That's another big first down. Things are going the Broncos' way right now on this drive. They continue this no-huddle offense. Flacco looks to throw towards the sidelines. Connects once again. That's the big tight end. I'm not even going to try now. Broersma with another big first down, another big catch as he goes to him once again, a 10-yard reception. That's going to be enough for the first, and I'm just going to stop saying his name. As 1st and 10 for Flacco. He hooks up with Franklin, pulled down quickly though. That is Turner who picks it up. Good job, Jason Turner. He's had a big year this year as well. 2nd and 12, the screen goes to Curtis. It's going to be another nice gain for Anton Curtis, gain of 8 there. 3rd and 4 now here. It's the handoff, they go option, but Tom Flacco is brought down. Ronnie Hansen. Hansen brings Flacco down, a big tackle there. But the offense stays out on the field. They have been unstoppable on 4th down as Flacco looks to throw. And they are done on 4th. Turnover on downs as a drop. I'm guessing he was hearing footsteps. It's Tanner Patrick and company take over. Fleming with a gain of nothing just back to the line. 2nd and 10 now as they're, I'm sure, going to run a lot of clock. They go to the screen off the play action. That goes nowhere as Herb Fellows can't even hang on to it. 3rd and 10 here. Patrick looks to throw. Throws it up and overthrows his intended target, Herb Fellows, and that might have been a good thing. He was well covered. As Sammy Carter boots it away. Bogan on the return. He's going to find room into Sanford territory. So this is going to be great field position for the Broncos to begin. 1st and 10 here. Flacco looks to throw. Swings it out to Franklin. And that's going to be nearly a first down as a nice stiff arm got him more than he could have had. More than really I think most Coyote fans would think he should have had. Flacco takes off here on 2nd and 2. That's going to be a gain of 5 on that one and enough for the first down as the Broncos now have some momentum going. 1st and 10, Flacco goes to Watson on the screen. It's going to be a gain of 6. Turner, the man to bring him down. 2nd and 4. Flacco hands off to Franklin and he fights. That's going to be another first down for Western Michigan. Things looking up for the Broncos here big time. As Flacco looks to throw. Over the middle, he connects with Anton Curtis. That's going to be down at around the 2-yard line, 16-yard reception. 1st and goal here. Flacco in the shotgun. Handoff goes to Franklin. He's brought down. Nice hit by Dante McPherson. Franklin looks to be shaken up. He'll come out of the ballgame. Bogan checks in. Handoff goes to Bogan, and he is brought down. This defense playing tough goal line D here. Trey Galloway, another senior, making his presence known. 3rd and goal here. Bogan tries to get in, and he is stopped. 4th and goal. Offense still on the field. Handoff goes to Bogan. This time he fights his way in. Beats Tremaine Dodd. That will be enough for a touchdown, Western Michigan. It is a 1-possession ball game here, folks, as Fleming with a nice carry there. That's going to be enough for the first down, as that's been arguably the best carry of the day for Fleming. They continue to go to the ground as Patrick with an option there. That's going to be a gain of 12. As this has been a tight game all day, 13-12. And it's going to be unbelievable. This game works out in the favor of Sanford here. If you're wondering exactly how it's 13-12, Western Michigan tried to go for a 2-point conversion. They were unsuccessful. Well, now you have the score you see in front of you. It's 3rd and 2 will be upcoming after the option there from Patrick. He's going to throw here. Goes to the screen for Fleming, and that's going to be a loss of 5. Not a smart play there. Big 4th down upcoming. That's arguably the biggest mistake. I'm guessing they were anticipating the Broncos to expect the run and blitz. It is a big 4th down situation here as Tanner Patrick looks to throw wide open. Fellows, he got him. And he is running down the sidelines. 39-yard reception as he's taken out of bounds. Big connection there. Arguably the biggest play of the season, you could say. Well, not really. But a huge play as that takes them deep into Broncos territory. Now it's just setting up for I can't believe I'm going to say this, the 5th Tracy Weaver field goal of the day. It's a 2-yard gain there for Nigel McTaggart. 2nd and 8. This will be the last play before we see Weaver attempt another field goal. As a nice gain there by Fleming. That will center the ball. Tracy Weaver is out. The senior on senior day. Number 5 is up and good. Tracy Weaver will win this game for Sanford with 5 total field goals. Not a single touchdown. 5, count them 5, Tracy Weaver field goals. As that is your final, folks. 15-13. Sanford defeats Western Michigan. And well, what can we say? There's only one thing. On senior day, the seniors came through. We saw some nice stops on that goal line by a couple of seniors. Dante McPherson as well as Trey Galloway. And of course, the biggest name to talk about is your player of the game, Tracy Weaver, who without him, well, Sanford doesn't even get on the board. 15 points. 5 Tracy Weaver field goals. Senior day has no bigger meaning than 5 field goals from your senior kicker to win the game. Absolutely amazing. Is this just in? Sanford will be going to the championship. Next time we see you here, folks, on the Sanford Sports Radio, it's going to be Sanford hosting the Northern Illinois Huskies. This is huge. Sanford has made a MAC title game in their 2nd year. I can't wait. This is going to be enormous. Just when you thought the season couldn't get any bigger, it has. We will see you folks next week with MAC championship play.